You're watching EVH Gear TV, brought to you by Design39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for EVH Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com. Now, here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH Gear artist Eric Broadbent.
Hey everyone, happy Tuesday evening to you, and if you're Justin Girardi, happy Wednesday to you. Just reading the chat over here, and Justin was saying he enjoys these Wednesday shows, and I was like, did I just lose a day? I've been really busy this week, and it does feel like a Wednesday. I swear to goodness, it feels like it's been 3 days of work already this week, but it is Tuesday. As far as I know, we're still on Tuesday, but anyways, welcome to EVH Gear TV. We are live. This is going to be a very short broadcast tonight. It's just a couple things, an update on the contest. It is officially underway, one of many contests. And I'm going to show you a little jam tonight, too. I was going to have Junior on the show tonight. Just for real quick, we're going to do some live jams with some classic Van Halen. And he's got a bit of a headache. He played for a little bit, and then he just went upstairs. He's just kind of playing upstairs, having some fun up there. He may jump in the live chat. But anyways, we did a Van Halen cover with just some backing tracks. It was just live here in the studio, and it was fun. We each of us used a Helix. He was using the Helix rack, which is up there, and you can't see my Helix floor, which is down below. But I built kind of a nice bass patch for him to kind of get close to Michael Anthony's bass tone, a little bit of a little bit of growl, a little bit of distortion, a tiny bit through an Ampeg 810 kind of sound. It's kind of neat. He really, it's fun to jam with him. He really impresses me and surprises me at times how much he actually knows. So we're going to jump over in the chat here in a second as well, too, and say hi to everybody. Maybe actually we'll do that now. Why don't we do that right now, okay? So I hope everyone is doing well and staying warm and dry and avoiding some of those horrendous storms that people are getting on the East Coast and things like that. There's a lot of damage out there. I know some friends that have had flooding in their basements and have lost some of their homes and things like that as well, too. So count our blessings every day and hope everyone is safe. So, yes, Justin Girardi's here. What's up, everyone? Carlo Santin is here, says this should be fun. And my beautiful better half, Poison Ivy, is here. Another nice reason of doing an early show, so she gets to attend, which is great. Mystic Dreams Music is here saying hi, everyone. Paul Perkins is here. Eric, what's up, brother? Blimpus Videos, woohoo. James Dale says hello, everyone. Mystic Dreams, hi, Eric and Ivy. Jason Hobbs is here saying what's up. Don Shepard is here as well, too. Let me see. Insomniac Matt says, happy Saturday. And you guys could get me totally. Dan Halen is here, and Constance is here saying hi as well, too. I will try to flag at her name there so I don't forget where we left off. Okay, so the contest started today, and thanks to, always listen to your better half, to your woman. If you have a woman in your life, always listen to your woman because they always have the best ideas. So whether you like this idea or whether you don't like the idea, is pretty much Poison Ivy's idea. She says, let's break the contest into several contests, right? Because, first of all, several contests, several winners. Because I love contests and I hate contests at the same time. What I love about contests is you make somebody happy. What I don't like about contests and what I hate about contests is there's always people that are unhappy. So you can't always have perfect scenarios, right, where everyone wins something. So we have a nice prize pile or package or a pool, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to break it up over to several contests. So I'm going to be doing contests all through the spring, summer, all kinds of great stuff. And I think we're kicking it off with a very, very, very good one. So let's talk about that. It is live right now, and I'm going to switch screens here if you bear with me for a second. I think I have it on the right screen. I do. Okay, so we can see that. So the first giveaway I have, and hopefully you can still hear me, Rode Microphones is one of a few sponsors here on the show, and Rode's been with me forever, been very, very good to me, and what you hear is because of Rode. When I'm speaking into a Rode microphone at the exact moment, I love Rode's products to death. I honestly, even if I was not sponsored by Rode, I would still praise them because I've used a lot of their products in the past before they sponsored me, and I can't say enough about them. They're user friendly. They're built like a tank. They're just a dream to use. That's not a selling pitch. That's nothing of the above. It's just a true testament. So they have a new product that just came out. They sent me one a while back to review. Was not even expecting it whatsoever. It's called the AI1, which I'm assuming stands for the Audio Interface 1, a complete studio kit with audio interface. And what you see there is everything you get. You get the little black box that's in the middle there with the volume and the headphone levels on it. The Rode NT1 microphone, which is absolutely beautiful. It used to be the one I used to speak into here. Now I've replaced that one with, this is the microphone I'm talking about right there. The NT1 is a condenser microphone, meaning it requires phantom power. This one is a dynamic microphone, meaning it doesn't require phantom power. I wanted to switch to this Rode microphone, just if I'm clicking my keyboard down below and things like that, the chances of that bleeding through the microphone are a little bit less than using a condenser microphone. But this package here is great for recording vocals, great for recording, you can use it to record drums, like cymbals, any of your drums, acoustic guitar, whatever you can think of. Amazing quality. Comes with the big shock mount. Actually, I'll bring one up here and I'll show you it in my hand. We'll come back to the screen in 1 second. So I have an extra one sitting right here right now. Okay, so this has a pop shield as well, which is all metal. Pulls off, and it's metal. All right, so when you're speaking into it, it takes all the way the plosives and the all those big pops and those kind of things. The microphone itself, okay, and this is always the front. It's a front-facing microphone, so the little gold logo there, lets you know that that's where you speak into it like this. Beautiful shock mount, so there's no vibrations back into the microphone. Okay. And that shock mount, or actually not the shock mount, the pop filter just pops right in the front. Like that, okay. All right, also comes with the unit itself, which is a USB interface to your computer. So whether you have a Mac or PC, it works on both. It's plug and play. So I want to drop that. Plug and play. So you take everything out of the box, that black box, so you hook it into your Mac or your PC. Wouldn't be a bad idea as soon as you get out of the box to go to Rode's website, and there's a new firmware update for it. It's kind of like the new internal software. Download that. It does come with Ableton Live Lite, kind of a lighter version of Ableton's famous software for recording. So you've got everything in the box to start a recording studio right on your computer. Has phantom power, which I was just kind of describing to you a moment ago, meaning that the microphone needs power. So you push the button on that black box, and let me go back to the screen again for a second, so I'm not just staring at me. You can actually have some visuals. 1 second. Okay, so you press the power on the black box, and it'll power up the microphone, and it has a headphone amplifier built into it as well too, so you can monitor what you're recording in real time. No latency, and if you don't know what that means, any delays. Some of these units out there where you'll either sing or you'll play a note on guitar. I noticed it on some units with guitar. You hit a note on guitar and you wait a millisecond or two before you hear it, and it just drives you crazy. So it will not interfere with your creative moments and recording. So no latency, zero latency. Phenomenal recording unit. They retail at around $479. So we can just scroll through here just a little bit to kind of give you an idea what it is. So the perfect first step in home recording. You can see how it looks there, hooked up to a computer. You see it on the desk there next to the white Mac keyboard. Very small footprint. Doesn't take up a lot of desk space. And the thing is very heavy. I don't know the exact weight, but heavy when it comes to electronics, in my opinion, is very good. It's one of those things where if you were to tug on a headphone cable or even a mic cable, the chances of pulling it off the desk are probably very slim. It's that solid. So very professional and well built. So there's your Ableton Live Lite software that comes with it. And as for inputs, AI1's got both kinds. Now here's the cool thing. I didn't mention this. You can see it here, right, dead center right. It takes an XLR mic input, or you can run in your guitar input right into it as well too, a 1/4-inch phone plug. So if you wanted to run into your computer when you run into like Line 6's Helix native or your positive grid software or anything you want, just an interface into your DAW, your recording unit. You can run your guitar directly into this as well too. And just as a little tip, Line 6 will tell you this, and pretty much anyone will tell you this too. If you're going to use this as an interface for your recording software, you want to keep it. You don't even want to go into the yellow at all. Like it'll be the volume knob on there will go from like yellow to green to red, letting you know that you're in good or you're peaking or whatever. If you're running it as an interface that way, you want to keep it nice and lean. So keep it green all the time on the meter. So there you go. Two different types of inputs. Superior headphone amplifier on board. It's extremely loud. A lot of headphone amplifiers, you can turn up your headphones so much, and then you've got lots of room left, but it's distorted at about 12 o'clock. So what good is it having all that extra room if it's distorted at 12 o'clock? This thing, you can turn it up, and I haven't been able to test it all the way because I would hurt my hearing if you turn it up full blast. I hear an ambulance going by. It's clean power all the way, clean power. So a very, very nice headphone amplifier. So you know what? I think we probably talked enough about it. Let's show the contest. So while we're here, the link is in the description down below. There's several ways to get into this contest. There's no catch. There's no fancy stuff. You can either look at the link down below in the description right now. It'll give you the link to the contest, or you can go to facebook.com/EVH Gear TV. And the link is also on there as well too. I believe I do have the post pinned to the top of the page. So let's look at the contest, what it looks like. If you click that link, it's going to look like this. Okay. The Rode Complete Studio Kit giveaway. It's going to run from, it says right there, or does it say? I can't count the days, but it runs until April 30th. And I think that's somewhere around, I think it's 6 p.m., I think. I'm pretty sure. I might have said 12 p.m., but it goes until the 30th. The contest details are in there anyways. It's not like I'm trying to change anything. It runs to the 30th. I'm going to draw a winner and announce it on one of the Friday shows, which will be May the 4th. Which will probably, I'll be doing my typical 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time shows, and I'll announce the winner there. Now, here's the cool thing. I'm just going to use one of my email addresses right now to show you how this works. So as it says, to celebrate the incredible growth of EVH Gear TV and reaching our milestone of 5150 subscribers, Van Halen theme number, of course, we're giving stuff away. First of several giveaways is a Rode Complete Studio Kit, and we're giving you all kinds of ways to get bonus entries as well. Use all the bonus entries to further better your odds. And okay, so I've already told you all the details in the kit, so I don't have to tell you about that. And one of the important things is the more people you refer, the better your odds. So let's scroll back up and let's enter one. Let's do, what address could I use here? Let's try info@evhgeartv.com. Let's try that. Okay, now watch what happens when I enter this, okay? Congratulations. I have 3 entries. So I already have 3 chances to win, and I did nothing. I got 3 chances to win, but 3 is not good enough. We're not going to settle for 3. So share with my friends, okay? So if I copy that URL, okay, I can click that button. You're not seeing my mouse, but the orange button there, if I click that button and I copy that URL, and I go on Facebook and I go on Twitter and I send my friends an email and say, hey, guys in the office, check this out. You guys want a chance to win a really cool home recording studio package? Click on this link. Now, sure, you might think, well, why would I want to do that? I'm letting them get a chance to win too. However, here's the cool part. For every single person that clicks on your link and enters a contest because of you, you get 3 more entries. So 2 people do it. 2 of your friends enter off of your link. You got 6 more entries. 10. Think of the odds. So the more you share and the more people enter from your link personally, you got all kinds of crazy. Now, we're not going to stop there. But wait, there's more. I feel like a Vince from ShamWow. Even more entries for completing these actions. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, if you're already subscribed, awesome. You're already subscribed, so that won't count there. But for new subscribers, 5 additional bonus entries for subscribing. And if you unsubscribe and subscribe, it doesn't matter anyway. So please don't unsubscribe. Like us on Facebook, click there. 2 more bonus entries. Follow us on Instagram. 2 more bonus entries. And subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. 2 more entries. So what do you think? Let's have a look over in the chat. Let's go back to the chat for a second and see what everyone thinks from there. Let me just put my big camera back on again for a second. And you know what? Let's go over for a quick second and let's go there. Let's turn on the chat. Let's have a look. So I left off at Constance. Dexter's Web. Hello from La Vista. Let me see. Mystic Dreams is here. Ivy Rocks. There's always something to complain about. Yeah, that's what Poison Ivy's saying. You never make everyone happy, but I try to make as many people happy as possible. And I'm always here to try again the next time and the next time and the next time. Let me see here. Justin Grady says, would that work to record an amp with? I have the first clue about recording. Yes, it would actually. What you want to do, it would work very nice. And if I turn my chair a little bit, can you see back there? They're dark back there, but on the EVH 5153 412 cabinet, I have two of those exact mics, the NT1s. So yes, they will work very, very nice for recording guitar, whether you have a 12-inch speaker, 8-inch speaker, a 412, a big 810 bass cabinet, whatever you want. Yes, it will work very, very good. So there you go. All right. So I think I answered Justin's question. And Shumanat says, how much? I was thinking Hail Sound, though. They are around $479 retail, I believe. And if that's what you're asking me about, let me see here. Michael Collins is sharing his love for the PV Wolfgangs, and I do love them as well too. I was playing my Black USA 1998, I think it's 97, the patent pending one. Love it to death. I was playing that just the other day, so good guitars. Okay, and he says, so how do we enter the giveaway? You've probably got that information now, and I'm always a little behind in the chat, so I'm usually probably about 5 minutes behind questions on the chat, so you probably know by now. The link is in the description down below, or facebook.com/EVH Gear TV. It'll be a pin post right on the top. The Facebook page is really blowing up as well too. Really, really happy with the traffic that's coming through there. So thank you so very, very much. I could not be any happier with the support that you people have been showing, sending this way. Jason Hobbs says, ShamWow. But wait, there's more. And let me see here. Yeah, Terry says, you're better looking than Vince, Eric. Hee, thank you. Appreciate it. Carlo Santin says, I'm up to 14 entries. Got to get some more. I need this kit badly. No problem, man. Do your very, very best. And I wish all of you the very, very best. And I'm going to be doing lots more as well, too. The cool thing is, I have one of the kits here right now. Let me grab the kit. One sec. Whoops. I've got two of these in the house right now. So here's, do I have it upside, right side up? Beautiful, beautiful kit. I'm going to see if I can carefully, no, I'm not going to open it because, let me see, does it have plastic on it? Yeah, it has plastic on it, so I'm not going to open it. But beautiful on the inside. Everything is all protected on the inside. I have two of them. And I'm going to do probably one as an Instagram contest down the road. After all the YouTube contest is out of the way, I'm probably going to do a second one of these as an Instagram contest. So maybe the odds might be a little bit better. I'm not sure how the odds will work on Instagram. But if you don't win it this time around, I do have a second one. So but wait, there's more, like we always said, right? So stand by for a second chance to win one of those kits. I do have two of them here in the house. And a big thank you to Rode Microphones in Australia for coming through in spades for this channel. I love them to death. So where were we with the comments? Zachary Suter is here as well too, saying hello. Don Shepard says, I like it. Mark Taylor says, hey all, I think I jumped hello all. Jay's Tacos and Guitars is here saying, what's up everybody? Good to see you, my friend. Tacos, what's happening? Oh, this is cool. Insan Kamel, hello from Jakarta, Indonesia. Thank you for popping in. This is awesome. I'm not sure what time it is here. It's got to be wee hours of the morning, I would think. Justin Girardi says, awesome. Thanks, Eric. Quentin James saying, hey, all. And yeah, seems how Quentin James is here. Quentin was having a technical issue entering the contest. And it really it isn't an issue with the contest. It's just something that he brought it up, and he had a very valid point. And I brought it up to the support team as well, too, who the third party that I used to run this contest. One of the last times, not the last contest and not the contest before that, but one 2 years ago, I ran it off my website using the same engine as this third-party service, but I physically had control over it. I could manage the contest, whereas now it's handled directly by them. The mechanics were still the same thing, but it's changed a little bit this time around. It's a brand new version of the software that's out, and when the email comes out to you after you've entered in your thing, a lot of people are looking, like there's a confirmation email, and I got to make that very, very important and highlight that as like the takeaway from this video. You're going to get a confirmation email as soon as you enter, but it's going to say from King Sumo Giveaways. King Sumo Giveaways, and there's going to be a little green little box, like when you see the email, so click here to confirm your email. So that is legit. It's not spam. It's not a virus or anything of the sort. It's totally legit. And Quentin said, I didn't get the confirmation email. And I said, I can almost guarantee you did. And he went and looked, and he actually deleted it, which is cool by him because he figured it was spam and didn't want to take a chance. And if you ever are in doubt, err on the side of caution. And that's what he did. So I just want to address that. If you get once you register, you're going to get an email from King Sumo Giveaways. Make sure you click to confirm, or else you could have 1,000 entries and not a single one of them would count. And that would be one of the most heartbreaking things ever. If you entered the contest, you're probably the sure winner and you didn't confirm the email and they just don't count. It's all robotic. It's not me controlling this thing. Once it comes down to the very end, it picks. So I want to make sure you have every chance. So again, watch for the confirmation email from King Sumo Giveaways. Is very, very important. And Quentin, I appreciate the fact that you brought that to my attention. And I addressed it with the support team just moments before going live. Well, as a matter of fact, probably about an hour ago, but moments before going live, they acknowledged my request. They opened up a support ticket and they said they're going to look into that for, maybe make things a little smoother, both ways, execution of the contest and things like that. Tactical Six String is here saying one of these. And MB says, what's up, everyone? Preparing for another snowstorm. What's up with the giveaway? So indeed, I was talking about the snowstorms and the nor'easters and all those things that are happening right now. It's certainly not a pleasant time for a lot of people. And my condolences for anybody that's in the path of some of those storms. And I think we're almost done the snow, knock on wood. We got another big major fall here the other day. And it hasn't been pretty over here either. MB says, oh, there's a link. I'll check it out. So there you go. MB has a link. Les Bellin is here saying, hello, rockers. This always happens. I scroll too fast again. Don Shepard, hey, everyone. Constance is here. And Insomniac Matt says, I have a friend out in Saskatchewan that got hit with a big snowstorm. I'm sitting here in Northern Ontario, and the snow has been melting these past 2 weeks. Wow, you're up you're northern, and I'm here down in southwestern Ontario near the Detroit border, and it's a little colder. Zachary Suter is here saying that'd be nice. Les Bellin, how do we win? So yeah, down below, no problem, Les. There's a link down below in the description. You just go click on it. It's as simple as adding your email, and you could be done right there. Adding your email address and hit submit, and you could be done, and you'll have 3 entries right there. But if you follow the additional perks, and you also share it's called a lucky URL. You share that, plus like the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow and like on Facebook, follow on Instagram, all that kind of stuff. There's all kinds of extra bonuses. So you have potential. Your only competition really is yourself. Just get out there and share those URLs, and I think we're going to have a great contest. I'm really excited about it, and I'm really happy to bring it to you guys. Thanks to Rode and obviously here, the family here in the Broadband household. Mike Ray saying hello to all, and no worries about being late, Les. This was really an unscheduled broadcast. I don't usually do Tuesday evenings, but it's just one of those things I thought I'd pop in, and people have been really itching for these contests. Constance says, I got my 3 entries, but says sign up for Instagram, etc., YouTube, my social media by choice. And no problem. You don't have to. If you don't want to follow on those other platforms, you don't have to. But if you're not going to use one of those options, just share that URL a lot more and try to get your friends to jump in via your lucky URL, and you can get even many more chances to win than doing just the social media things. So don't worry about that. If you don't want to use the social media things, you don't have to. You can pick and choose whatever you want. If it was me, I'd be grabbing all of them, but that's just me. I'm not the same as everyone. And Jay's Tacos Guitar says, I didn't get a confirmation email. Is that okay? No, that's not okay in the least. Double check, and you've probably already heard me say this already, because again, I'm always behind in the chat. Look for that email from King Sumo Giveaways, and do me a favor, anyone after watching this broadcast tonight, if you've done exactly as I've instructed and looked for a King Sumo giveaway email, and you haven't got that, look in your spam, look in your junk. It hasn't gone to it doesn't normally go to the junk or anything like that. Contact me through Facebook. At the facebook.com/EVH Gear TV. Send me a message, and I'll be more than glad to have a look to see if your email address is in the system, and I can push a button to resend the confirmation. But I can almost guarantee, I'm 99.9% sure that it is just sitting, it's from King Sumo Giveaway, and you're probably overlooking it because you're looking for EVH Gear discussion or EVH Gear TV contest or something of that nature, okay? So please keep me posted, and I will be more than happy to kind of lend some technical support as well, as much as I can. I can't promise an immediate answer back, but I can promise you'll have my undivided attention when I can provide it. Adam Roach says, and it's nice to have you here, Adam. Hi there, I made it. Yes, indeed. Jay's Tacos and Guitars. Oops, I'll look again. Keep me posted, okay? Because I am very concerned when I hear people, I want to make this as smooth as possible for everybody. And I do take it personally. If it doesn't work for everybody, I can lose some sleep over it. Insomniac Matt says, I didn't even know I would be emailed. Just confirmed it. Awesome. Yep, that's good. And I guess I should have maybe put on the thing saying you'll get an email, whatever. Maybe I will do that. But in today's day, most contests you do get some kind of confirmation. And the reason for, here's a perfect example. Let's say you go in there and you put in 1@2.com and you think you go on to the next, screen, and that's not a valid email address. It can't actually send out. It actually gets in the grand scheme of things, it wants to make sure that you are a human being. And that's the reason why it asks for an email address. And it's going to send out the notification to physically confirm that you are a human being. So that's why that happens. Quentin James says, Eric sent me straight. Next, I'll be playing a Helix. And you know what? This is a perfect segue. Quentin, you nailed it. So, like I said earlier at the very start of the broadcast here, and this is perfect because I think we got the best audience here going right now, and this isn't going to take a lot of time. This is Eric Jr. and myself in the studio here about an hour ago. He's got a bit of a headache, so he's hanging out upstairs. Excuse me. I just had supper. I'm very sorry. That was spaghetti. And I made the world's best spaghetti, too, from what Poison Ivy says tonight. It was pretty awesome. And I really go overboard when I make it. So Junior and I were in here jamming. We were playing a backing track with Running with the Devil, and I'm using nothing but the Line 6 Helix floor. I'm using the patented, EVH Phase 90. I'm using basically like a Variac. I'm using the old Echoplex and all kinds of things like that to get the classic Van Halen, debut sound. And Junior's running through the Helix rack up there with a nice kind of Ampeg 810 Michael Anthony kind of just slightly overdriven sound. So I'm going to play that for you right now. This is 2 Helixes playing with some backing tracks. Junior and I in the studio. We're going to come back and we'll wrap up the contest discussion. I'll tell you a few of the guests that are coming up, and there's some big name guests for sure. And then we'll let you guys get into an early evening, probably tuck in the kids and all that kind of stuff. All right, so let's jam over here. Here comes Eric Jr. and I, jamming some Van Halen with strictly nothing but Line 6 Helix units.
Yeah!
So there we go. How'd you guys like that? I got to turn the volume down on the mixer here. What'd you think of that? That was pretty cool, wasn't it? I love jamming with the boy. So impressed. He just inspires me to play. It's amazing. We come in here after school, homework gets done. A lot of cases, homework first. Sometimes I let him sneak a little bit. We come in here and we just hang in the studio all night long. Absolute pleasure to hang with that guy. And now we're starting to jam together. It's awesome. Now that there's a couple of Helixes here in the studio, we can each have our own sound, whether we're both playing guitar. He's on bass, I'm on guitar, or I'm on bass, he's on guitar, whatever. And he's got a birthday coming up this week, which is going to on Friday, which is another reason why I'm not doing a show on Friday. I am going to probably come live on the show for about a half an hour or so. You guys and girls can say happy birthday to Eric. And we're going to, I've taken off the night so I can hang with the boy. But I think there's going to be some music things on his agenda, at least gifts that he wants. So we'll see what happens there. And he might be doing some more music as well, too. So let's continue onto the chat. So Bruce is here, Mr. BHB Jr. Quentin James says, no prob. Let me see here. Bobby Clipper is here saying hi, Eric and all. What's up, says the law. Mark Thorne, 666. Hey there. And MB says he's got to run already to grab supplies in case we get the crazy amount of snow, but I'll see what the giveaway prize is and how to enter. And I hope he's safe there and doesn't face too much of that storm. Les Bellin says, okay, cool. And Zachary says only one email, right? Yes, that's correct. I'm not sure what your question is there, but will you get one email? Yes, you'll only get one email, and you can only use one email address as well, too. People say, well, how many times can I enter? I mean, really, you only get a chance to enter once, but the potential of how many entries you can possibly have is off the charts crazy, depending on how much you share it and things like that as well, too. So Poison Ivy saying, take care and stay safe. Tactical 16 says, I'm in. Great. Curtis Maratis is jumping in. Hi, folks. The Law says, ran my Helix and 4-cable method with my amp for the first time in a while. I'm glad I did it because the real amp sounds so good. Any blocks before or after the amp and snapshotable for sure. No, I haven't been running my Helix and 4-cable method, but I have been running the HX effects, which a fellow friend here as well and fan here in the chat, Carlo Santin, he's been doing as well too. He did a really, really cool video on his Instagram a couple nights back, running the HX effects and 4-cable method. And I'm telling you, I'm going to be the first one to say, like, my favorite rig right now of all things to play on is strictly the Helix. Now, that being said, like Jamie's saying, the Law's saying, you turn on those tube amps after you've been playing them for a while, and you're like, oh, wow, it's beautiful. You may forget for a moment what that tone is like, and then when you turn it back on, you're like, oh, there it is. So here's my second favorite rig, and if I was playing today, small gigs, small clubs, whatever, this would be my rig that I would take out. I would take out the Lunchbox, one of the two Lunchboxes, probably the Lunchbox 2 from EVH Gear right there. That's what I'm referring to right now, and that one is hooked up in 4-cable method right now with the HX effects. I would take probably a 212 cabinet, not the 412. It'd be a little, I can't even fit a 412 in my Camaro, so I have to, 212 would work. And I would bring the HX effects. And the only other thing I might possibly look at is, and I actually not possibly, I would for sure, because I like a wah pedal. I like to use wah a lot. I would look at an expression pedal that can hook up to the HX effects, and you would need nothing else. The HX effects can switch the channels for you on your Lunchbox. You don't even have to bring your channel switching, your foot switch cable, nothing like that. So if I can give you one piece of advice, so the Helix may not be in everyone's wheelhouse for price range. The HX effects is very affordable. It's the price of about 2.5 really, name brand pedals. Like a distortion, not a distortion. Distortion tends to be a little cheaper, but like a delay pedal and a nice modulation effect pedal. Put two of those together, and pretty much another pedal, and you've already spent the same amount you could spend on the HX effects. Look it up. Trust me, it's line6.com. Look at the HX effects, and it could be your one-stop solution. I love it to death. But it's good to hear, Jamie, that you're doing that. And let me see here. Yes, okay. So Spencer says, what is the criteria for other giveaways? I remember seeing a Line 6 Relay G10 about a week ago. Yes, you did. And like you're right on point because I have it right here. There you go. So I have the Line 6 Relay 10. I have a whole bunch of stuff. Thank you to Line 6 for that. That's going to start after this. That's going to be the next one on deck. So we're going to go contest. It's going to be nothing but giveaways for a long time. on here on EVH Gear TV. So that's how much I love you guys. The family here loves you, and the people that support this channel love you as well too. So you were 100% right on that. We're going to have some other stuff coming as well too. There's going to be actually it's here now as well too. D'Addario, the chromatic foot pedal, the foot tuner, pedal board tuner, whatever you want to call it. Stuff from Peddle Snake. It's endless. It's going to be a really, really good time to be part of EVH Gear TV. So there you go. Let me see here. Blimpa's video says, "Thank you, Eric. No problem." Mystic Dream says, I live for EVH Gear. Awesome. And yeah, very good point. Poison Ivy says, check your junk mail too. Very, very important, just in case. Okay. Guitar Nerd says, thanks for the heads up, sir. Constance says, hi, Sandra, trying to figure out this contest. I'm really not social media savvy by choice. Oh, well, I'm happy for whoever wins. And you don't really have to be social media savvy on this one. You can just enter your email if you want. And then, that's one way to do it as well, too. But try to get that little secret URL. Let's go over to that again. I'm going to try to show you one more time if you can. Bear with me 1 second. Here we go. Okay. So right there in the middle of the screen, it says copy URL. So if I just entered this contest, I get this special unique ID. I wish I could actually see it. Maybe I can move the mouse over so you can see it. Yeah. Okay, looks like it's moving, right? So see, everyone's going to get a unique ID. There it is right there. That's my unique ID. So if you just click on that button, copy URL, okay, it's going to copy it. Let me see what happens if I do that. Okay, all I did was put it on my clipboard. So now I could either put it on Facebook, and if you're not on Facebook, no worries. You could send an email to somebody saying, hey, friend, check this out, and then just hit paste on your keyboard, Control V or Command V on your keyboard, and paste that into an email, send it off to somebody, and maybe in your workplace, share it with your colleagues at work. And for everyone that they enter, or everyone that gets entered by your URL, you get 3 more. So absolutely fantastic. Let's go back to the screen. I'm going to wrap up with some upcoming guests, and I'm going to let you all go. All right, let's go back here to the chat. Okay, so come over here. So good luck to you, Constance, and everyone as well, too. And let me I scroll too fast. I'm so bad at this. Okay, bear with me here, everyone. Lots of people jumping in here. I missed a few. Brusbo says, hey, Eric, I just caught you. What have I missed? What are you saying about anyway? Good to see you. Just talking about contest giveaways, and I played a little video of the boy and I jamming some classic Van Halen. Thumbs up for the boy, especially. He's amazing. And yeah, same as Poison Ivy. She says she's just Facebook and YouTube for her. That's for kind of her sweet spots for social media. Quentin James says yes. And you're constant strictly on YouTube, no problem. Carlo Santin says nice, sounds great. Don Shepard, nice. Brusbo, hey Eric, that's killer. R2 R3 Locknut, sweet action. Bruce saying hi to everyone. Les Bellin, sounds good, guys. Rock the VH Blimpus videos. That was rock. And Adam Roach says very cool. Citizen Kane, hello. Oh, Eric. Eric Jr. was killing it. Laguna Palms, that was cool. Insomniac Matt, what kind of bass was he using? He's using the Flea bass, the Flea signature bass. He saw that. We went into a music store in our local town. He saw it hanging on the wall, and it was like, Wayne's World with Excalibur calling his name. It just called his name, and we picked it up. He had been wanting a bass for a long time, and it was just right place, right time. And he does really good on that. Bruce is very good. Mark Taylor says very cool. Mystic Dream says, Eric, do you deserve all the praise in the world for being a big part of keeping our music alive? Thank you. Very humbling. Very grateful for that comment, and I will try my very best to live up to that. Thank you very, very much. I love it. Jay's Taco says, awesome, guys. Eric squared. Eric and I Junior and I are thinking about doing a YouTube channel soon, and we have a name in that wheelhouse. We'll share that with you off the air, what we're going to do in the distant near future. By the way, I was very, very proud of him last night. He hit 700 subscribers on his YouTube channel last night and 30,000 views on his latest product demo. I could only dream of being as successful as he is with these demos. He had 30,000 views and over 700 subscribers as of last night. And that's going to be a career for him. I mean, not a career. I don't want to ever say you can't do certain things. Obviously, I want him to pursue the best education that he can. I'd like him to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, but the YouTube is going to be something he's going to also pursue, and he's got good acting skills. I want to get him into drama. I think he's very good in front of the camera. He's also very good behind the camera. His directorial skills are amazing. Editing skills are great. Public speaking skills are good. So just so proud of the kid. I'm preaching to the choir here. Much I'm crazy about our boy here, but I really want to work with with him and develop him and then have him develop me. He does so much. He's actually got good credits in the end of this video. And do me a favor tonight, if you could just humor me here a little bit, watch my new outro credits. I built new credits, and they start off with the boy. Well, it starts off talking about my Patreon. You gotta make a buck here or two, buck or two. But anyways, it just offsets costs. But then we get into the boy, and we show a really cool thing with him at age 5, age 12, playing the same guitar in front of the same amplifier. It's very, very cute. And then you're going to get to see some new people in the credits, which is really cool. So it's just credits, but credits are cool. When I watch like the superhero movies and all that kind of stuff, I always stay to the very end to see the cool credits. So do me a favor, just watch it tonight if you can. I'd really appreciate it. And they'll be coming up in just a moment here. Let me see here. Okay, good. So Bruce says told me he has 12 entries already. Citizen Kane says, Eric, way better than playing Rock Band with your son. For sure. We'd like to play video games, but we keep video games and music separate. Video games are games. Music is rock and roll. So very cool. Blimpus Videos, Junior needs to share. I took a blood test and you are my father too. I love it. That's good. There you go. I don't want any surprise paternity tests. Carlo Santin says, my amp right now is the 5150 pedal. Amazing pedal. And now with the Helix, it's crazy. Awesome. And you know what? This is a question from Mark Thorne 666. Ever tried the Joyo Bant Amp Vivo? No, I'm very familiar with them, but no, I haven't. And I think that's something that would be in my wheelhouse. I have to look into that. Mr. Dream says, I have some big, amazing news to share with you, Eric. I've been talking to JP a lot about what I have to share. It's happening tomorrow. Now, is that Jay Palmer? I'm not sure, but I'm very anxious to find out. That's fantastic. Citizen Kane says, good, busy with work. How about you? Kurt Singer says, I sold my AX8 because at the end of the day, nothing sounds like my EVH lunchbox with great quality pedals. But that's just me. Yeah, it is hard to replace or to beat a sound of a tube amplifier. And trust me, I was talking with some friends the other day when I was playing through the lunchbox using just strictly the HX effects. So just using reverbs, modulations, delays, by modulations, phasing, and stuff like that. I was in the zone, and I was playing for a good 2 hours, and it just felt ever so good running through a tube amp. So we're getting down towards the very bottom here. Okay, and James Dale says, hello, Eric. I was wondering if you were taking questions tonight about EVH Gear. What are your thoughts on the 5150 amp with the 6L6 tubes versus the EL34 tubes? 100 watt worth investment over 50 watt. The question as far as the value, is it worth it for the 100 watt over the 50? Do you need the 100 watt for most things that you want to play? Are you playing out with bands and things like that? Even if you are playing out with bands, 50 watt is going to be more than enough for you, way more than enough. We can get by with these lunch boxes in a lot of clubs. So it's not a matter of worth it. Like there is value in the difference for sure. I would say if you want to save a few bucks, go with the 50 watt. And I do prefer, I don't own the EL34 yet. That's something on the forecast for later this year. But I would go with the EL34 over the 100 watt. Now, I'm not a fan as much of the Stealth series of the amps. I like this series of the EVH 5150, this one, and I do like the EL34. I haven't been a fan of the Stealth. Not saying I don't like it, but when you're comparing them, apples to apples to apples, one's an orange and one's an apple. And I think this one here sounds nicer than the Stealth, in my opinion. I think the EL34 will sound nicer than this one. There again, that's my opinion. So, I really wasn't doing a lot of EVH Gear discussion or EVH Gear products tonight, but that's a good question, and I hope I was able to answer that for you. Let me see here. Zachary Suter. Let me see. He missed it. He must have said something and lost it. I forget what he said there. But anyways, that is about it. So just going to give you an update on some of the show guests that are coming up. So this Friday, I'm taking the Friday off because it's Eric Jr.'s birthday. 12 years old this year, this week. I'm really excited. Big birthday. 1 year to go, and the kid's going to be a teenager. And Poison Ivy and I are going to be going grayer than we already are. Well, I'm gray. She's not, but I'm gray. Coming up in no particular order, and this would probably be, I guess, somewhat particular order. The following Friday, I have Craig Rendels back on the show, and Craig has told me this time he's going to be doing some playing, and there might be some giveaways of some lessons or something of the sort. I don't want to confirm that yet because I forget what was discussed, but there might be some some tutorials and things like that. Craig is a monster player, a good friend, and I've been really looking forward to having him back on the show. So that's going to be great. Coming up after that, I have Cameron Cooper, phenomenal Eddie Van Halen player, just a young kid. If I say kid, anybody that's like under 35 is considered a kid to me. Amazing player. He's going to be joining us from over on the other side of the world, where it's going to be like 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, his time when we're live. But he's coming up the following Friday after that. And then there's a couple dates I'm juggling. I've got an email back from Fluff and Ryan Fluff, as you know him, Riffs and Beards. I've invited them onto both shows. I'm starting my new the Helix Hour show March 18th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be a really, really cool show. It's going to be a 1-hour show. I'm trying to keep everything nice and tight. It's going to be a kind of a helpful tutorial program to show people what they can do with their Helix line of products from Line 6, maybe the Variaxis and things like that as well too. And I'm having a lot of industry guests that specialize in Line 6 come on the show. So Fluff has showed interest in both EVH Gear TV and the Helix Hour, and I just want to think, I'm sure I could probably get him on both eventually. I always want to see where he would best fit the program. He could be beneficial to either. So I'll discuss with him and see what he'd like. Because if he comes on EVH Gear TV, it's going to be more open, talking gear and favorite heroes and stuff like that. And whereas the Helix Hour is going to be a little bit more tighter. I run a pretty scripted show as it is, but Helix Hour is going to be every dot. It's going to be pretty good. So he's coming up. Paul Gilbert, obviously Paul Gilbert. Everyone knows Paul Gilbert. There's no need for any introduction there. He's coming up in May. Jeff Pilson is coming on as well too. Just trying to we've bumped that date a few different times, bump it around. And as the nicer weather is starting to get here, people are starting to tour, right? So winter's almost over, and in a lot of cases, tours are starting to happen. So we have to be very delicate how we book these shows. And I may or may not have to move a Friday to a Saturday or a Sunday or something of that nature. Well, not a Sunday, because that's going to be Helix Hour, but it'll be moved around. And I think that's all the notes I have for tonight as far as guests. More in the works as well too. Busy all the time. So obviously trying to bring the very best guests in the industry to a talk show near you. So I'm just going to go over to the chat and say goodbye to everyone. And I want everyone to enter in that contest. Right now, actually, I wrote down before I started, before I went live tonight, there was 1,205 entries in the contest already. That was about an hour ago. And I can't open up another browser here without jinxing everything here and possibly destroying something. But there was 1,205 entries. So a lot of people want to win this contest. So get in there, and good luck to you. And I want to see you win this, and I want to see you use it and have lots of fun with it. And I want you to make some beautiful music with it. So let's just finish up with the evening here. James Dale says, perfect, thank you. Les Bellin says, thank you, Eric. You rock. Cheers. Teenager from Poison Ivy. Quentin James says, teenager, my only advice is to hang on. Yeah, I know. Buckle up. He's going to get my Camaro. I'm saving the Camaro for him, and I'm going to buy a bigger one. So he's going to get the Camaro in the coming years. Only 4 more years to go, and the kid's going to be racing a Camaro. Variable axe. That's right. And Sonic Matt says, I know it's called the Variax Variable Axe. Quentin James, wow, you were an expert. Just now getting here. That's from EVH Leopard. I like that name. It's a very cool name. Carlo Santin says, Paul Gilbert. EVH Leopard, love Paul Gilbert. And I missed that memo. Spencer, yeah. Blimpus videos, great upcoming shows, brother. Thank you. Yes, you did. Mark Thorne, 666. Did I hear Paul Gilbert? And Jeff Pilson, great. Laguna Palms, have a good night. Poison Ivy says 4 grandkids too. Yeah, we have a pretty big family, extended family. And Zachary Suter says, oh my. So listen, everyone, 8:21 Eastern Standard Time. I didn't plan on being this long, and Quentin James is just saying something too. I might as well address that as well too. Saying Poison again. Sorry about Sunshine. We lost, and I say we, it was more Poison Ivy's very dear family member, Sunshine. Beautiful little budgie, crazy bat bird, we called her. She would hang upside down in a cage at night. She's just crazy. She would kiss me on the nose. Sandra Lee would always take pictures of her wearing this bell. Like she had a little toy that would hang, and she'd wear it like a hat. It was just the craziest bird ever. And we lost her on Friday, I think it was, or on the weekend. But it was it was really rough for her, and you know, kind of tough for Junior as well too. But thank you for your well wishes on that. We won't use this as a sad note. You know, just you know, appreciate what you have when you have it, right? Whether it comes to pets of small natures like birds or fish, or you know, dogs, you know, whatever you have, horses. So yeah. But thank you for your concern there for sure as well too. Everyone have a fantastic night, and now just stick around for a minute and a half. I'd really like you to see these new outro credits, mainly for the fact it's got a really cool thing with the boy in there, and I'm always trying to you know, show him off a little bit with his musical skills and just how awesome he is. And I want to thank you also very, very much for supporting EVH Gear TV for these couple of years now. The subscribers are so greatly appreciated. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I don't look at you as a number. I look at you as individuals who I really appreciate interacting with, hearing with. I you know, when you guys have bad days, I feel it, you know, and just want to everyone have a great time and share a lot of this excitement for Van Halen, for guitar, for music in general. And I'm opening up the doors a lot on EVH Gear TV to discuss a lot of other things, and not just strictly so much Van Halen. And you'll see some things you know, changing here and there, but it's going to be, obviously the nucleus is going to be Eddie Van Halen, of course. Dan Wilhite says, yo, what's up, Eric? Dan, jump back and catch some of the info about the contest, and all the links and stuff are down below as well too. And Constance says, wow, me and my husband have no kids. We're just aunts and uncles, but we love kids and animals. It's, as long as you're having fun and enjoying life every day, that is all you need. And Jan Wilhite says, just caught the end. No problem. I'm going to turn over the credits. Watch this because it's a really brand new credits, and I hope you enjoy it. And there's some nice thank yous to all the companies that do support us here on EVH Gear TV. And I will look forward to seeing you for a brief show on Friday night with Junior. You guys and girls can wish him a happy birthday if you like on Friday night. It is his birthday Friday. And, you know, we'll see what happens from there. And, of course, you know, you can't tie me down away from the camera for too long, so you'll probably catch me popping up elsewhere very, very soon. So here we go. We'll see you real soon. Thank you so much. Good luck on the contest, and get those entries in. See you real soon. Cheers. I am now on Patreon. If you enjoy my content and wish to support my channel and what I do, then please check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/EVHGearTV. Your support assures the continued growth of this channel and a fun community in which to share our love for Van Halen, music gear, and much more.
My name is Eric, and I've been looking guitar.
Video production services provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for EVH Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com.